look up the podcast Good Morning Trumptopia and give it a listen. If you want to actually debate me, you should know where I'm coming from and what I'm actually saying first. Otherwise, you'll get caught and exposed as just flinging spaghetti strands on the refrigerator to see what sticks, which is literally what you've done. Yeah, and now you're pointing out obvious things that are kind of silly. Duh, I'm making public assertions on Medium, and I stand by them. And I have a track record. And I stand by it. Oh, I am? What are they? And this is the cute part. You don't even know what my talking points are. You don't really know what my talking points are. Because what we've discussed here represents like the tiniest percentage of what my message is. The only thing you've heard is, he doesn't like Trump, so I must go at him with stuff I've heard before. Somewhere. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. You've just made a crazy assertion that I have no proof that he's implementing Project 2025. What do you want me to do? You have the internet in front of you. You can find the video where he literally thanks them for writing it for yourself. Again, all I'm asking is, why are you going out of your way to defend him? I'm not defending anybody. And maybe that difference is lost on people. Because people in your position, since day one, since he announced, they've come at me as if I've spent my entire career defending establishment Democrats. I've never fucking voted for a Democrat in my life. If you want to have a real discussion, I'm all about public discourse, bro. I've been engaging with public discourse publicly on the internet since before AOL existed. Okay? So, I'm perfectly comfortable and very aware of how public discourse works. And when I say I've heard this before, trust me, it means I've heard it 1,000 times because I've been on the internet almost every day since before AOL existed, okay? My track record is consistent. If you want to discuss my talking points, you should empower yourself by listening to at least a handful of my podcast episodes so you can actually address what I'm addressing. Because just throwing things about Biden out in the air is doing nothing for you. Because I've never once in my life defended Biden about anything. At all. So, irrelevant. Yeah, not in this moment right now. But you weren't there before Trump came on the scene, and I realized that this is bigger than the left-right echo chamber. Also, I haven't spoken with vitriol, dude. What vitriol? I get accused of supposedly hating him all the time. I'm just asking, how can anyone support him based on these facts? That's not vitriol. That's not hatred. That's questioning the logic being presented. And the logic always boils down to, you hate him because Biden, which makes zero sense. I also didn't say I'm a centrist. You're just going to accuse me of things I haven't said. Here's what I've said consistently for years, since long before Trump was even considering switching from the left to the right to run for office. Because for most of his adult life, he was a Democrat. Which should outrage you guys, but doesn't make sense that it doesn't, but whatever. I am let us abandon the two-party system guy. So, you literally don't know what I'm saying. You think I'm left-leaning because you're projecting your assumptions onto me. You literally have no idea what my message is other than It's not a pro-Trump one, and therefore you gotta say stuff. And that gets really old really fast, friend. Because it's boring. And if you want to discuss my talking points, you should try to know what they are first. And I've literally laid them out as clearly and as explicitly as I can. But let me blow your mind. The left wing and the right wing, long before Trump showed up, I've been like, you guys, left versus right is a Punch and Judy show. No matter how much they foam at the mouth, it's an act. Because in the end, they always help each other vote the shit in that both voting bases disagrees with. Maybe, just maybe, I've always consistently been, maybe a person is suggesting that we question this double-barreled echo chamber based on treadmills of argumentation and consider the possibility that transcending political ideology and abdicating it entirely, maybe, just maybe, down that path, focusing on pragmatic and practical solutions to the actual fucking problems that we created for ourselves, maybe that's the path we should explore. Y'all just want to keep accusing me of being a leftist or a rightist? That's cute. But it's nonsense. And it's extra cute and adorably nonsensical when you call me the one that's a sheeple when I'm the one speaking so outside the box you don't even fucking understand. And you're being invited to understand. But instead, you just keep trying to put me down. Which says everything about you that the world who's following along needs to know. You're an agorist. That's a new one on me. I don't know that I've ever heard of agorist. You listen to my words and then you lean left. You listened to less than 0.0000000 point. I mean, there's not another point, but 0.001% of my words. You listened to what I said just now, which is explicitly questioning Trump. That's not automatically leftist. And that's my fucking point. That's what you guys always do. You're so caught up in defending this guy and the inexcusable behavior that is categorically un-American, unconstitutional, immoral, against the law, and un-Christ-like. And all you got is, you're so leftist, when I'm literally we should abdicate left versus right nonsense and focus on solving problems. If that resonates and somehow reminds you of the left, that's a you coincidence. The leftists don't like me. You're an agorist. I'm going to look that up. That's a new one on me. Is that a new movement or the reutilization of an old movement? And like I said, if you want to actually discuss my talking points, you should really empower yourself first by listening to my podcast. I mean, if you want to actually engage in respectful, intellectual, civilized public discourse, if you just want to engage in name calling and left versus right, Trump versus not Trump, spewing of spaghetti strands, then that's hilarious. But how is what you're doing going to solve any of the problems that we face? It doesn't matter how long you've been lurking. You've been lurking what? Have you listened to my podcast, or you've been lurking me play video games? If you've been lurking my live stream play video games, you still have no clue what's on my podcast. Do I have an ego? Maybe. Does everyone have an ego? Yes. Do I speak with confidence? Abso-fucking-lutely. So does Trump. Why is it something you admire in Trump but something that's bad in me? I speak with confidence, and I say what I say, and I stand by it. And so far, I haven't caused any businesses to go bankrupt multiple times. So far, I haven't been, found criminally liable for fraud in multiple cases. Say what you want, but the facts remain the facts. And I'm not the one blindly defending any politician. I have never blindly defended any politician. Oh, and now we have best viewers garbage. How is it arrogance? How is it not arrogance in Trump? Trump literally is the most arrogant man in the world. So you should be admiring that about me. If you're going to defend the most arrogant fucking politician that's ever existed in living memory, unless I don't know what's happened before I could observe them. He's the most arrogant. I'm just matching his vibe, bro. So that's a comedically irrelevant comment. Because if you're going to defend arrogance, then who cares that I'm arrogant? You should admire that in me. Comedy. Lurk all you want. But you think you know something about me if you haven't listened to 4 or 5 episodes of Good Morning Trumptopia, plus the majority of unauthorized and explicit readings. You have no clue what my message is. You think you do, but you're mostly projecting because I'm not defending any leftist. I'm not defending any politician. I'm responding to your words, man. And yeah, I don't know you. You're right. I don't know. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. I don't know why your name is so creepy and has the word like what? Oh, well, my eyes are going. I thought that said child something. What? Reconnaissance? Yeah, I know what that word is. Cope with what? What are we coping with? I can't read your mind, so you're going to have to give me more context than that. But again, I would be happy to discuss my actual concerns, questions, and message. But I humbly invite you to please first actually know what that is. And coping, friend, is something everybody has to do. I don't think you are free from having to cope with the world around you and the circumstances which are ongoing. And for all your denialist dismissal of it, my urgency is based entirely on the fact that it is unacceptable to me that evangelical Christianity, the KKK, and a group with bazillions of dollars who literally wants to cause the apocalypse because they think that's their religious calling, that they have so much influence over the guy in the White House. That doesn't make any sense to me, and it's I don't understand how anyone can continue to blindly defend him. And blindly defend him by making arguments that don't make sense. Right? I think... Oh yeah, let's look up agorism. I do genuinely want to know what that is. It sounds like it's got some... Does it have anything to do with like agriculture? Look at me. That was just me making sure that it copy pasted good. I'm so arrogant that I'm going to admit I don't know this word and that I'm going to look it up because I want to know. I'm so arrogant that I'm completely unfazed by my unawareness, and I'm eager to find out more. Agorism is a free market anarchist political philosophy founded by Samuel Edward Konkin. That's an interesting name. The Third. Ooh. He's the third. Those are rare. You don't get a lot of the thirds anymore. Samuel Edward Konkin III, that has the ultimate goal of bringing about a society in which relationships between people are voluntary exchanges of free market. Ah, yes. Cool. Okay.